there we go. Now we're back. Alright, hello. Yes, I did end up starting earlier than the usual, because I didn't have much going on. But I think streams will be back to slightly earlier schedule now, so no more 11 o'clock slash 10:30s. Well, maybe still some 10:30s here and there. But don't expect stuff to start as late anymore. But yeah, anyways, today will be doing Escoffier's story quest. But before we do that, there is probably several things I want to take care of first. A few achievement hunting, finishing up the Dulciarian quest that I left from last patch, and just wanted to do it as a final send off. And then we'll do the story quest. And then depending on how much time we spent on it, maybe I'll sit down and do my Imaginarium Theater. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, that is not game audio. Where is my settings? There we go. So, there are 5 new achievements for this patch. 3 are tied to, well, the Archon quest, which you got yesterday, and then the 2 is related, the last 2 are related to the new world boss and the new weekly boss. So, we're gonna start with the world boss. Any co-op points? Nope, no new co-op points yet. I don't think there's been enough world bosses for them to do one. Like what? The last time there were co-op bosses, the last boss we had to fight was these guys? And what? They've only released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 world bosses and 2 co-op now. They could be releasing one soon, but they probably release at least like another 1 or 2 world bosses before it, so yeah. Anyways, you can probably guess what the oh, I forgot I'm still in JP. I probably could switch back to English for this one. I completely forgot. Just a sudden interruption. Shenhe. Which one gives me the damage? Or is it? Which one tells me? This one, press, skill, and burst. Hold is normal. Charge, plunge. I think I want to use press if I'm using Ayaka ult, right? But yes, you could probably guess the one tied for this boss is related to, well, I think I might have done too much damage. Escoffier is kind of just killing him. But we need to freeze the guy, so, when he's doing his ultimate attack. But I feel like I've done too much damage that I'm just gonna kill him. Unless I don't need to. I think, oh yeah, I think I did too much damage. You don't need to, you just need to keep hitting him until you get the achievement, and I think I did it too much. So, did not happen. I need to do less damage. Well, I'm not claiming it, because I'm out of stamina. I could burn some more resin, but I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna leave and then come back. So I'll leave him at like half health or whatever to just give him time to work on it. But that's for that boss. As for the weekly boss, you basically have to let them do certain attack patterns and disable the boss. And then that's about it. It's always exploring the weakness instead of brute forcing him, killing the boss. Man, the more every time I use Ayaka, every blue moon, I just realize how terrible of a build I have for her. I have to use the black sword, and this is the amount of crit rate I'm at now. It's a bit sad. I know you get a bunch of crit rate from her stuff, but the fact that I had to use a crit rate sword on her is a bit scuffed. I also think once I max out Escoffier, she's gonna overcap on the crit. Well, she's technically already overcapping on crit, so I think I'm gonna switch her to a crit damage weapon. I might normally I give every character their own exclusive weapon, but I think I might do a thing where I'll take Staff of Homa off of Xiangling after so long, and then I'll just give her either Dragon's Bane or this thing. I don't know how her crit stats are like, so I feel like the crit stat one might be better. But let's take a look over here. Oh yeah, she loses Staff of Homa. She's like even on crit rate and crit damage, but I think that's because she's using a crit rate at. Yeah, this doesn't even have any crit damage. I might just switch her to a crit back to a crit damage hat and then give her a crit rate battle pass weapon. So yeah. For the amount I use Xiangling, I really should give her a better build. Although my Bennett constellations, it's C6. I could probably stop hitting him. Oh god, Escoffier is doing a lot of damage. I gotta keep my distance. Okay, I think he's doing the thing. Oh god, I'm doing too much damage. Okay, maybe I don't need to ult on Ayaka. Bro, I'm out here trolling. But yeah, like we've hit a phase where like so many characters have like permanent infusions, or like physical is pretty much dead in the water that we don't need to worry about the pyro infusion override. So at this point, or like a long time ago, C6ing Bennett was perfectly acceptable. Okay, I just need to not ult off Ayaka. I think that's what I need to do. I actually don't know if I even need to ult or damage with it, Escoffier, because like her things do a pretty good amount of damage, so I'm just gonna whittle away like this. Oh, he didn't start doing the thing yet? Okay, hold. Okay, you just need to keep that bar up top at like a minimum. God, please. Okay, there we go. You basically need to keep doing it until his like attack runs out, I think. That's all you need to do. Alright. Oh, I also forgot to turn in my commission. Let me do that. Let me swap teams. Should. Yummy. Oh, I guess while we're busy doing this, do you mind doing me another favor and checking if anyone's unvoicing Escoffier's story quest? I would imagine probably not. Aw man, we just disabled the fire, bro. But I feel like there's a chance. Also, well, I feel like we checked this yesterday. Maybe not, but the weekly boss is over here. I did the boss earlier this morning, I think. But the boss is located at the Hexen Circle table from Wimbloom back in Sumeru era. Was it Sumeru or Fontaine? I don't remember. I think it was Sumeru, but at the same time it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Or was it Wine Laser Fest, and then Wimbloom was Fontaine again? It was one of those two. But anyways, So for this boss, actually I could go a lower difficulty to be honest. For this boss, we need characters that can deal with electro shields. So Cryo is still pretty good for this one. So we'll just run this team again. Alright, so everything is done in the first phase of this fight. So okay, so what you need to do is you need to get rid of 2 of his shields. The first one requires us to play with the mechanics of the chessboard. And then the second one is just, yeah, we're just breaking a chess piece. You'll see once I start doing it. Okay, so right here, this is the electro chess piece. So this one we need to break his shield. Okay. Oh god, no! Escoffier, stop, please! We did too much damage. Okay, maybe I should do a higher difficulty. Whoopsie! Okay, let's try that again. I'm out here fumbling. But yeah, that was the electro shield one. There's a regular shield that can only be destroyed when he does his zoomy zoom move that destroys the art chess pieces. I think this should be enough damage to start with. Just let Farina and Escoffier just kind of just plink at this guy. Okay, so that's one. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're almost there, maybe. Okay, yeah. So now we need him to run into all the pieces of the board, so that's one. Gosh. This will be 2. And then this will be 3. Okay. And then now we just need to kill the queen piece, and then this should be it. Yep, here we go, Deep Blue. I think that's the name of a chess game. Or is the name of, isn't Deep Blue the name of the chess game versus the AI? I feel like I've heard the name before. Good news? Alright, with that, we have all these other achievements. Indeed. It was a chess supercomputer. Okay, I do remember it because I remember listening to the Genshin theories about chess, and then they referenced it there. It was the whole Fatui thingy. Ah man, good times, good times. Okay, what else do we need to do? Natlin, yes, we need to do our finale quest. Everyone's okay, that's good. Alright, so now for the last thing. After doing all the side quests and all the other small side event and like exploration stuff with your companion buddy, there's a lot of stuff. So there is technically a checklist online that you can use, but so yeah, now we need to return back to where we found our companion buddy, all the way back in his little abode. Let's go there. You found out who's voicing our conquest? Please let me know. Now that the information is useless to me, I would like to know. Major Eula and Bennett? Damn, that's crazy. You're talking about the playable characters, right? And not like any other NPC stuff, cause like I'm pretty sure there's probably some more people voiced than that. My boy got a camera without us knowing. Looks like in good condition too. We did not teach you to steal, unless you got it as a gift. Just to play with characters. Oh, okay. The mighty meaty fireball. I believe that. Well, I think they might explain it later, but let me just mention it after the fact, I guess. Yeah, I believe it was what's it called. There was a guy at the top of the cliff near near the Children of Echoes that wanted to film a scene with us. I believe that's where that's the thing they're referencing. I could be wrong, but I'm very sure that's where it was. We haven't taken any pictures together? Damn, that's a travesty. Mighty meaty fireball. And look at us goobers. He has a storage compartment in his back. It's kind of like a Koopa. It's time to say goodbye. Bro, this is like what's it called all over again. Oh my god, we're gonna say that, but we're never actually gonna see our Tapelosauur companion again. That's just a feeling. We said the same thing with Jet. We haven't seen Jet since we completed the quest line. Still miss her. Unless we still have one more Natlan expansion. Hopefully, maybe hopefully we'll see him again there. Zhongli's VA. Wait, what about Zhongli's VA that you won't get over? And which VA are you referring to? Now that I'm asking. Yes, grow up happy and healthy. That's the best thing a parent can ask for from their children. Feel strong, man. Lastly, you linger briefly on the one who communicates in strange golden script. As Paimon puts it, he was just using us. He never even showed his face. Oh, well, we never saw it, now that I think about it. That's a bit funny. In the very end, he presses his horn against Paimon's forehead before nuzzling tenderly at your outstretched palm. Then, after a long pause in which he seems to be mustering up the courage, the young Saurian resolutely turns around and plods off into the distance. Then you will be free to ... For our troubles, we got the achievement, and we got a photo. Also, apparently I looked in the wrong inventory spot for the quest item we got from the Archon quest. Apparently we got this thing. A glistening crystal ball adorned with star-shaped gemstones bestowed as a reward for passing the Hex and Circles trial. According to the one who presented it, it is not something that an ordinary person can master. For now, the crystal ball lies dormant as though it is waiting for its perfect time to shine. So yeah, apparently I missed this somehow. Well, we have the orb. We basically have a... what's it called? A free get out jail card for whenever Hoyoverse wants to use it in Genshin. So with that, we have every single achievement in the game except for these two. But I'm pretty sure once we're able to get these two, there's going to be like, what, 1 or 2 new achievement cards and whatnot. So yeah. With that, we are now ready to start the actual quest. Treasured above all, Escoffier's story quest. A cake is a castle daubed and paint is sculpted into a monument to genius. A cherry is a crown, crystalline and exquisite. A jewel festooning an extraordinary deed. But in the shadow of Jesus Christ, what are these words? Vocabulary. But in the shadow of haloed? Brilliance do ordinary mortals struggle. The greater the yearning, the greater the regrets. The more beset with longing, the further one drifts. Okay, good thing I didn't farm more of this boss, because this gets me to 30. I think I only need 32 more, so I need to fight the boss one more time and then I'll have enough. Oh, thank goodness Paimon spoke. I forgot to change it back to English. Okay, God, every time I want to start something, I keep forgetting to do something else. Okay, so, 2 things. Change it back to English. And for immersion purposes, we will be switching. I know I'd like to go with the team for exploration, but for immersion purposes, we will do this team.
No recipe, no problem.
And then apparently there's a weekly limit on this, so I'm going to do this now while I remember. Autumn Frost. So are these like her signature dishes? Oh, that resets it. Me casting my skill. My normal skill. Okay, we cannot have both out at once. There we go. I hate how we can push it. I guess the reason you can push it around is because it could technically still... Oh! Is that it could still technically fire off its cryo thing, but for the purposes of trying to spawn the food, it's pretty annoying. Okay, so we spawned free foods. How many can we do a week? Is it gonna be 5 or something? So that's 4. Oh god, push back the other way. Wrong way.
Fulfill our path.
6. Okay, it's either gonna be 7 or 10 now. Okay, it's still going, it's still going.
Show no mercy. Shower me with praise.
Dude, I've lost track. Is that 8 or 9? Okay, she's sitting on the bench. Okay, I can push back this way a bit. Ooh, that looks fancy. There you go. There's the 5-star item. Okay, and it looks like we're out. So that was like 9 or 10 things. I didn't keep proper track, but good enough. What was I doing? I was wailing on the dish thing so I can get my free dishes, because apparently it's a weekly based thing. You can only get a certain amount of dishes each week. I don't know when the reset time is, but I think it tells me on the skill. Let me take a look. Yeah, it resets every Monday. So now I have another weekly thing to remind myself to do. Okay, but I guess before I continue, let me swap around the Escoffier's stuff, like I said I wanted to. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, we need to fix Shangling. She's now gonna be on this weapon, I think. Now she's overcapping on crit rate, and then I need to get her a proper crit damage. Crit damage at, if I even have any extras. Crit rate. Mona has crit damage. I don't even use Mona for... Oh my god, I have this piece? Bro, this is... I hate that I have this piece. It makes me so sad. I honestly wonder if this is not too bad to use. I don't know if it I don't think it would be good for Shangling, but it'd probably be decent for someone. Now that I'm looking at this. Oh god. I'll throw this on. Does someone here have a better crit rate? Okay, I'll yank this off of me. I'll yank this off of Dea. Okay. Oh wait, I'm giving this to Mona. Okay, let me put this back on Dea because she's not using it. And I'll yank this off of Mona. So now we're on the crit damage. Okay, that's much balanced. Okay, crit rate's still pretty good. Alright, I'm happy with this. Alright, now Escoffier, you can get your upgrade. Oh wait, before we do that, Rosaria, you're back on Deathmatch. And then you're on Homa. And we are at this. Okay. So what? Apparently you get like what 15 crit rate for crowd resonance, so we're at 60. Or no, we're at 70. And then I'll probably get another 10 from level up stuff, so that'll be like 80. I feel like it could be a bit higher, but we'll work on that. We're just making small adjustments. Alright, now we can actually start.
Hey, Navia! What you up to?
Styling them glasses as always. At the nighttime. You probably should change to daytime for immersion purposes.
Get lost, Monica! I don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl
No,
has
damn,
to
Paimon
say.
really got
Hey,
angry
cut her some slack.
with this one.
You gotta at least hear her out.
Damn, Paimon actually being pretty assertive about something for once. Okay. I know we just started the quest. I don't remember how the NPCs look like, but I can already see it. This girl, Monica, she gets kicked out. Escoffier comes along, disagrees with the mean boss. They're gonna have a Shokugeki. We're gonna pick up Monica and Traveler. We're gonna have a 3-man team, and then we're gonna go against the big bad boss. And then whatever happens, happens in that time span.
Wait!
Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia?
Uh-oh.
So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Savannah,
Is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Is this a mistranslation? Is this supposed to be saying him and not her instead? Unless they're referencing some past scenario, but this is not wrong.
Overworked? I've said it before.
Okay,
and
no,
I'll
it was
say
a guy.
again.
Okay, we just needed to let it play
If
out.
can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Philmont can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
But you just kicked her out.
Huh?
Oh my god.
But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you. Come on, we have work to do.
Oh man.
Wow, what a horrible person!
What's more rough than one Gordon
Sorry.
Ramsay? Two Gordon
Looks
Ramsay.
like I've dragged you into some drama again.
Need more storage? Yep, that's the main issue at this point. Not even the performance, just the storage. I feel you on that.
Her name is Savannah. She's the new
Yeah,
head
I don't know
chef
how you
at
survived the
Hotel
42
de Boer.
gigabyte tighter.
Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Bro, he's been
I
gaslit
don't
into
deserve
thinking
to
it's
be a
his fault.
chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Vermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
And Paimon squabbled it. Classic.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage. Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
I like games.
Paimon will join you, cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Alright, at least Paimon's owning up to the responsibility. We got you.
Oh, guys,
We're all in
it's
on this
fine.
now.
You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway,
True. It's been a while since
let
we've
me
seen
take you
an
out
attempt
for a
to go
meal.
out.
I'll make sure
on,
it's a proper feast.
Long
A
awaited.
really famous chef just joined the Spina di
Date?
Rosula's tavern.
Oh,
Her name is...
da 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 da. Oh,
Sorry
never
to
mind.
interrupt. I just wanted to
Aw,
apologize
man, I thought she was
for
gonna
the
show up right
scene
then
you
and there.
witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Alright. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like
Oh
this.
my god, it's always
But
wasn't
that's
like
a
this
story for
before
another
until
time.
this
Let's
X
try
moment.
this candy.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper.
Ooh, secret note.
Find Escoffier.
Nope. There we go. It begins. Treasure above all.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Well, she's right here.
You know that name, Navia?
Bro, I just
Yeah.
love the way she stands up.
Let's stick to the
Like,
plan
look at
and
her.
go back to the
Arms
Flip
crossed.
Zandra for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier
Hands on
anyway.
her hips. She's asserting dominance. Also, I don't think I tried this yesterday, but at this point I feel like it's not even the appropriate time to do it, but you can kind of guess what I'm hinting at after doing that
So,
whole
who is
attack
this
sequence.
Escoffier, anyway?
God.
She... Well, for starters, she used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Boer, before Savannah.
Oh, I see her right there,
She
walking around.
recreated the legendary Gâteau de Boer and restored the restaurant back to its former glory. Safe to say, she's the most renowned head chef in the Hotel de Boer's history, after the culinary genius Modeste himself.
Gâteau de Boer. That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few slices a day, right? Wow. Why the heck would she let Savannah take her place?
Well, apparently, the Hotel de Boer was reported for a safety incident. Someone claims that the kitchen was adding an illegal substance to their menu. But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gotten into the food. In the end, Escoffier decided that as head chef, she should take responsibility. And she was sent to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, so that's how the incident
The
occurred?
Fortress of Meripede?
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, you're right. The quantity of the substance they found was fairly minimal. Even the guards believed the whole thing was probably just an accident. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but still, by the time she returned, the role of head chef had already passed to Savannah.
So that's what happened. Paimon still thinks it's really unfair.
Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, she's still well respected by the staff.
She's a legend.
So, I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to try and negotiate with Savannah on the staff's behalf.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica wants Escoffier to come back and kick Savannah out.
Maybe not that far. Just wants her to
It's
change her
simple.
ways.
If the
and
new head
kind of.
chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution is just get the old one back.
Well, you see.
Well, about that.
Let me guess. Escoffier wasn't that much better to begin with, in terms of the personality thing. Oh boy.
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes.
Oh, there we go.
At
There's
least
the
then
lines.
you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom. What do you say, Hilaire?
I'm sorry, Cream.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
Yeah, how has it made it this far?
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those flavors the chance to come out. Don't be fooled by the aroma when the water first starts to boil. Got it?
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers are still waiting. Remember where you went wrong and don't repeat the same mistake twice.
I just realized she has
Yes,
heart
chef.
eyes. But not like the pupils, but like there is a heart on the side there.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy. I'm afraid you have to join the line.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat.
Then why are you here? Get out.
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can catch up while we
I mean,
wait.
sometimes you need that sternness. You gotta correct them when it's needed.
Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here?
These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Boer doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense in letting them go to waste.
Ooh, some nice yummy food.
Thank you, Chef.
For what? Like I said, I just don't want them going to
Oh
waste.
god, this
and
is
tell
no.
Fiamma to get well soon, so you're not running yourself ragged every single shift.
Oh god, don't tell me this is like partial tsundere syndrome.
Fiamma. That's the second time we've heard that name.
It's the previous guy, Paimon. Pick up the pace.
He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son. And with Mom stuck at home taking care of Dad, he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
Nutritional is not enough. We learned this from the
So you two
Sushang
must be
event.
the
Nutrition doesn't
world-famous
mean
traveler
everything.
And his companion, Paimon.
Oh my god, I just realized the parallels.
Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, so you know us already. We'll skip the introduction then. We're here to talk about Savannah.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are right next to the tavern. And I've lost count of the number of times Navi has come to pester me about it. But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And being ex-head chef doesn't give me the right to interfere with that business. Besides, I'm the one who persuaded Savannah to take the job in the first place.
What?
Oh god, well,
Well, she was a much gentler person back then. A little timid even. She wasn't at all confident that she was the right fit for
and
the
then
role.
when she took up the role, she realized what she was in for. And then she's like, if Escoffier could make this work being like that, she has to follow suit. And then it ended up like this.
That's hard to believe. Are we definitely talking about the same Savannah here?
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either.
Okay, you know what? Self-reflection is good, yes. Good for development.
Anyway, suffice to say that given the history between us, it'll be tricky for me to tell her she's doing her job wrong without coming across like a huge hypocrite.
Okay. Once again, this is not the time to talk about it, but I just can't help but notice these lines that are coming down from this. Is this like part of her apron, like this area here, and this is like a decoration on it, and it's just going over, well, her chest area, or is this actually just lines just coming down, like that's just on her skin? Cause like it kind of looks like that. Like I honestly can't tell, cause like the lighting. Like the colors look the same between like her skin and this, but I can't tell if that's because it's actually the skin, or it's like a transparent apron, or it's like an apron with a very similar color to her skin tone. Like I can't tell which of those three is it, but yeah. This reminds me of some other character design situation that I cannot recall right now. But it's kind of like that. But now that I think about it, if it is an apron, is it gonna curve into, well, this area as much as it is? It's like, unless like the apron really got shoved in there, it should still be kind of like hovering above and still be, you know, I don't know why I'm paying this much attention to detail.
Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah gets it all from me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Escoffier. Look at this note we got from Monica.
She mentioned me.
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica still trusts you. As for the others, well, how can you know what they think unless you ask them?
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're asking you to storm in there and raise hell. We're only in the initial phase of our investigation. All we're trying to do is get the other chefs to open up to us.
Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica.
Uh-oh.
Escoffier?
I can't believe her. Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Look at all that on the wrapper.
Oh
It's
my
thicker
God.
than the sole of my shoe. Unbelievable. I won't stand for this.
Oh,
She
the way
has
she's
to
storming
learn.
off.
Come on, we're going.
Time to give her a lecture.
So now she's,
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep her waiting.
Alright, return to the hotel. Just judging from like the way her outfit's designed, it doesn't seem like it. Cause like what, this band over here like goes all the way down, so it's not like this is attached to an apron if it was part of it. Like if this went over here and here, then sure, but it's not. So like, it's just there. Unless this itself is a ribbon, that might be it. This itself might be a ribbon, but even then, that's still kind of weird. It might be part of the blue thing. Maybe it is. Now I remember what this reminds me of. This is like Astra Yao's paid outfit. She literally has like a necklace bead chain thing that goes down in the same exact way. That's what it reminds me of. Also, for science.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait, she was under her attack pattern. Okay. Wait, hang on. Okay. Okay. I was half expecting the granny short syndrome, but the leg part did not go as low as I thought it would be. Appreciation for the
Wait.
something.
She looks like... Is that Escoffier?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Uh-oh, something bad happened. Oh god. I just realized how big these stairs were.
I'm so sorry. I messed up your order.
Uh-oh, she's on the chopping block.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe the taste is a little off, but if you hadn't brought it up, I don't think I would have noticed.
But, please, you have to forgive me or Chef is gonna...
Oh,
Okay, I know.
that's awkward.
I'll kneel before you.
What the heck?
Okay, this is not looking good.
Get up, Monica. Can't you see that you're just making your customer feel more awkward?
Escoffier?
If you want forgiveness, then do what any self-respecting chef would do. Make the dish again. And this time, get it right. You cannot go begging your customers to feel sorry for you.
Oh god, I could hear the slight bit of British just like coming off her lines, and I'm like, I just wish she just went the full normal voice. I don't know why. I'm like part sucker for like EU accents.
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in the kitchen until I've corrected my mistake. But if I can't go back into the kitchen, I can't do the dish over.
That's some backwards logic. How can you fix your mistake without being allowed to cook? If this is what Fermat had to put up with, then no wonder he had a breakdown.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not like I can tell the difference anyway. I was actually quite enjoying my meal until she appeared out of nowhere and started apologizing. Gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest.
Oh, well, it's because Chef Savannah tasted a bit of the leftover soup from my pot and then threw me out of the kitchen.
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she always been that way? I don't recall things being like this when Escoffier was head chef here. I gotta say, you're all looking a little worse for wear these days.
I mean, Escoffier was strict too, but I think the difference is that her criticism was more constructive, so you knew what you did wrong and how to improve, and we all knew that it came from a good place. Chef Escoffier was hard on us because she truly wanted us to reach her level.
Oh god, please don't tell me she's gonna blush after hearing that, like she feels kind of flattered, like hearing that from, you know, someone that's been hearing that from her like all this time.
But these days, whenever we make a mistake, we just get told to wake up, get your head in the game, or just do it again. And it's only gotten worse since word got out that Chef Escoffier had started working again in the Fleuve Cendre.
Oh god, now they feel like they have to be
You
competitive
don't
with
need to
it.
call me chef. I'm not the boss here anymore.
Yeah, but through no fault of your own. What happened back then, that wasn't on you, and all of us know that. That banquet was a huge event, and so many staff were involved every step of the way. With so many moving parts, there's no way of knowing how that Lumiline ended up in the food we served.
Okay. I think the worst thing they can do with this event is they make it so that Savannah was the one that planted it. If they do that, it's like, bruh, really? I just really hope this is just like some weird accident thing that actually happened, and not just like they play off the other character as a villain just because for jealousy reasons or not. Mainly just because it's kind of cliche kind of deal.
Lumiline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute, produced from an extract of the Lumitoile. Apparently it sharpens the senses, so they used it to treat people with impaired responses to stimuli.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor enhancer since it stimulates the taste buds. Makes
Oh
things
god, not
pretty
the
addictive.
addiction.
They also found that overuse can have mood-altering effects,
And that's what
and
addiction
even
does
lead
to
to
you.
nerve damage.
Oh, okay,
So it
maybe not
quickly
that
ended up on
part.
the
That's
guard's list of
really
controlled
bad.
substances. Unfortunately, however, some food products containing the additive had already made it to the market by the time the guards banned it from the restaurant industry.
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, someone probably just purchased a batch of contaminated ingredients by mistake. But you
Let me
took all
factor
the
this.
blame.
This
We all know
is
why.
plus
You just didn't
x
want to
plus
see this
7,
turn
x
into a
minus
place
4.
where tensions are constantly running high. Because everyone's suspicious of each other all the time. And now look at you. A fry chef in the Fleuve Cendre.
What are you trying to say?
Why are you testing me
Sure,
on
the
this?
Spina's Tavern is no Hotel de Boer, but come on. It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, the Fleuve Cendre, you say? Great.
Oh, and just like
That's
that,
where I'm
another
dining
customer
from
is
now
stolen.
on.
Monica, I'm very happy with my current job. And there's no changing the past. We just have to let bygones be bygones. Besides, at the end of the day, I was the head chef, regardless of whose mistake it was. Ultimately, the responsibility lay with me.
If only Savannah was half the boss you were.
And then she's gonna pull up now and yell at her.
I'm sorry?
Yep.
Do you have a problem with my conduct as head chef?
Yes, actually.
No, chef.
So, you do remember who's boss? Escoffier? I thought you'd left this place for good. What are you doing back here?
What happened to you, Savannah? Why are you acting like this? When I turned this place over to you,
You made me the head chef and gave up your right to tell me how to do my job. You're not the boss here anymore, so stop acting like you own the place.
Alright, bitch, get off your high horse. Jeez.
Sounds like someone has a chip on her shoulder.
Oh, Savannah!
Oh,
My
yeah.
God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you?
Yes,
Have
switch
you
your
put
shit.
even half the amount of energy into improving your cooking skills, or are you still using the Pluie Lotus as an off-brand marcotte, thinking no one can tell the difference?
That's none of your business!
Ooh, caught.
What happened to not storming in and raising hell?
Ho ho! I was not expecting to see something this spicy as soon as Escoffier
Oh
returned.
boy, there we go. There's the accent.
Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion? Given that we have ourselves a tete-a-tete between chefs at the Hôtel de Bord, I dare say it would be de rigueur to settle this the traditional way.
The traditional way? That can only mean one thing.
Yeah, it's time for a shokugeki. I don't know why I'm saying that. This is a Fontaine we're talking about, not Inazuma.
That's right! I'm talking, of course, about the tradition established by Modeste himself. The cooking contest!
That's what you call it?
According to legend, the founders of Hôtel de Bord,
okay.
Modeste and Savelli, used this method to resolve all of their disputes. Everything from petty arguments over next
Isn't
week's
it?
menu
Well,
to
let me not say
disagreements
that.
over
That
the
sounds
strategic direction
disrespectful
of the
if I were to
restaurant.
say it. Like, are
The
you
cooking
sad that
contest would
it's
decide who had the
that
final
it's
say.
the actual French?
Huh. It sounds like they had a lot of free time on their hands.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But in fact, the cooking contest played an enormous role in motivating chefs to hone their skills, reaching new heights of excellence in
You
the
just want to see some
culinary arts.
representation for the
And
Canadians.
indeed, the reintroduction of this institution in recent years has surely been instrumental in transforming the Hôtel de Bord into the top-ranking restaurant in Fontaine.
Reintroduction? Someone brought it back? Who?
Oh, her, right? Because she reinvented the master dish.
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all people won't back down from this challenge. It was you who put the rule in place after all.
Yeah, but when you forgot the story, we heard back down.
Sure, I reinstated it, but I'm not a chef at Hôtel de Bord anymore. Isn't this bending the rules a little?
I see no issue
Brother
as
Lighting
long
just,
as
like,
both sides agree to the
changed.
terms. We could simply treat it as an exhibition of sorts. Savannah, any objections?
Exhibition. Huh. No. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line. If I lose, it's up to you what happens to me.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the Codex de Bord to me.
What? The Codex de Bord?
Okay, well they say codex, so that's like a book, right?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It contains
God, it's got all the
his
secret things.
recipes, including Gâteau de Bord.
You know what? It's fine if she gets the book. The book doesn't mean anything. What matters is the technique, and the book ain't gonna teach you technique. That's a craft, a skill you develop from years of hardship.
It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world, and only the present and former head chefs of the Hôtel de Bord have the right to read it.
Present and former? Wait, but that already includes Savannah, though.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy, don't you?
Oh god, don't tell me she thinks her version has a
Don't
secret
take
thing.
me for a fool. You know perfectly well what I mean.
Does she want to like strip her of her title, kind of deal?
I want your copy. The original version. The one you took with you when you left us.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. You know, there's no difference between the original and the copy, right?
Oh god, don't tell me she's
They contain
delusional
the
enough to
exact
not
same
believe that.
recipes.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose
Okay,
to me?
she is
Or are you
this
scared of me
delulu.
getting my hands on the original codex?
Savannah, You may remember that we gave her the original as a parting gift, to thank Escoffier for her years of service. Asking for it back feels a little,
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue, as long as both sides agree to the terms. Those were your words, weren't they? And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de boar, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier, you against me. Are you in or out?
You sound surprisingly confident. All right then, let's see how much you've actually grown. I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned after this long is how to chew people's heads off.
Believe me, I'll show you.
Ooh, you can feel the
Escoffier,
angst.
are you sure this is a good idea? You accepted her terms a little hastily.
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get prepping.
I do apologize. This whole ordeal reflects rather poorly on us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't he the boss? Well, I guess he's just the management, and you know, the restaurant can't run without chefs.
I'm afraid it's not quite that simple. The Hôtel de Bord runs as more of a partnership, you see. It was founded by two friends, Modeste and Savelli, and it's been that way ever since. So, while I am technically Savannah's boss, it's not really my place to interfere with the business of the kitchen. To be perfectly honest with you, that's part of the reason why I suggested a cooking contest. If Escoffier wins, it would be the perfect opportunity for her to talk some sense into Savannah. Or, of course, if she wanted to return, then... but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Whatever the outcome, this contest will hopefully serve as a turning point for us. Please, pass on my best wishes to Escoffier. I must say, Savannah surprised me with her confidence. Does she really believe she can best Escoffier in the kitchen? I thought she was just blowing off steam when she first raised the idea to me.
I can't believe I got to witness that firsthand. I only stopped by here for a quick meal. I definitely got my Mora's worth today.
Alright, return to the Fleur Cendre. Sandra? I already forgot the name of it, and I probably butchered it anyways. Let me not try anymore. Wait, what's the damage? The rate is how much again? 30 what? 31. 30... if I go 31, I overcap on the crit a little bit, and then once I level up even more, it's gonna overcap more. Unless I have massive crit damage pieces, but I don't think I do. God, I still haven't even farmed any good pieces from the new set. And here I am thinking about going back to farm Golden Troop stuff.
So, this whole bake-off thing kind of came out of nowhere.
Do I have enough mats? Oh
Was
shoot,
it really
I didn't realize I
sensible
leveled
to
up.
just go along with it?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back. But we chefs always express ourselves in our cooking. So if she won't talk, this might be the best way to find out what's really going on with her.
Huh? Holding back? Sure didn't sound that way to Paimon.
Escoffier only picked up on it because she's the same way. Always closed off, never letting you know what she really thinks.
That's patently false, at least where your macarons are concerned. I've been nothing but truthful with you about the disgraceful amount of sugar you use.
Okay, that's one case where you can keep your thoughts to yourself.
Oh, that? Well, it's not so much a recipe book as a diary of Modeste's adventures. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli explored far and wide, partly adventuring, partly looking for new ingredients and developing new recipes. Their creations had an enormous influence on the course of Fontaine cuisine, turning it into a much more vibrant and diverse scene. For instance, legend has it that the original Gâteau de Bourg was made using a special secret ingredient that Modeste discovered on one of his adventures. So rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But everyone who tried it claimed that it was one of the most blissful and invigorating things they had ever tasted. Modeste and Savelli went on to found the original Hotel de Boer, which catapulted them to stardom in Fontaine's culinary world. Especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius, and over time, the recipes from his adventure log became known as the Codex de Boer.
Hey, what's up?
I've heard this kind of story before. Armed with the Codex, the Hotel de Boer took its rightful place as the finest restaurant in the land, serving those recipes for centuries to come. Something like that?
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly evolving art form. How could any restaurant survive if they only served food that was popular last century? Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even 10 years after their rise to fame. Then, Modeste passed away while he was still in his prime. And that was it. The end of the Hotel de Boer's heyday. It fell into decline, and for most of its history, it was just a nondescript place with a couple of cheap tables. It's only in recent decades that it started recovering. Even then, it still took numerous relocations and changes of management before we finally ended up with Vanigem and the restaurant we have today.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't all that, then. Paimon figured it was like one of those mystical books they have in Liyue's martial arts novels, where the main character learns all their secret powers from.
Yes, well, that's fiction,
Well,
and
have a
this
good night.
is reality. You can't meet the tastes of modern diners by following some ancient recipes from a dusty old book.
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Boer they sell now is actually Escoffier's reimagination.
Wait, really? Why though? Didn't that recipe make it into the Codex?
It's for them to make it.
It did, but
Just for
like
a little
I
bit
said,
inspiration.
It's a dusty old book now, and the records aren't as legible as they once were. Not to mention that there's no way of finding the secret ingredient Modeste wrote about. So, reimagination is right. I consulted some historical records and took what I could from the Codex. But ultimately, the Gâteau de Boer of today is my own recipe. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling 16 slices a day, well, you've got Vanigem's business sense to thank for that.
Oh! Huh. Well, that kind of takes all the mystique out of it.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de Boer, but it's still the most delicious cake in
7K.
Fontaine today.
Lovely.
And who knows? Maybe Escoffier's version is more suited to your palate. Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake you're imagining it to be, there's no way the recipe would have been lost to history, right? Not to mention that the Hotel de Boer never would have fallen into a slump.
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef, I made a copy of all the recipes from the Codex, including my own improved versions, and turned them over to Savannah.
So why is she so interested in the original copy? Could it be a symbolic thing? Like, whoever holds the original Codex de Boer is the true head chef?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to Escoffier as a parting gift. Meanwhile, Savannah only got a copy. Maybe from her point of view, it's like management doesn't truly see her as being worthy of the role.
You think so? The only thing is, it was her suggestion to gift me the original in the first place. Well, a joint decision by her and Vanigem. But still.
What? Huh. Guess she's had a major change of heart since she became head chef.
Kim Delusion.
Yeesh.
Who knows? We could speculate forever. Better to just let our Gâteau do the talking. It means besting her in this bake-off, and
Yeah,
then
you
getting
can't
her to
talk
explain herself,
back when you lose.
even if I have to beat it out of her with a spatula.
Oh.
However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her chef's pride. And if she respects the art, she'll respect the outcome of our contest.
Well, I'm confident that you and your spatula can get justice for Froment. All you need to do now is win the contest. But That should be a breeze for you.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Gâteau de bourg is very complicated to make. Usually, it takes 3 chefs working in tandem to cover everything. Now, if I had to push it, I could probably do the work of 3 chefs myself. But I'd prefer to play it safe if I can find a couple of assistants in time.
Well, that's easy. The 3 of us are veterans in the kitchen. You just need to pick 2 of us.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook, as well as a warrior. But be warned, I will hold you to exceptionally high standards. Think you're up to the task?
We do cooking for the survival. Now we gotta do it to make people more pleased, I guess. I guess we still technically cook to please ourselves, but you know.
Oh, count me in too. I've spent weeks perfecting my macarons after your scathing review. Even if it means competing against the Traveler, so be it. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Confident. I like it. Alright, let's start with some elementary mise en place. Show me your knife skills.
Oh boy, is it minigame time? Oh yes it is. Show Escoffier your nice. Use normal attacks and cut the fruit. To collect the slices and process them into some sublime stuffs.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh. Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
I went a bit too fast. My skills were too good.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits or something.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straightforward. I'll be using this cold press to extract flavor compounds from the ingredients. A kind of special food processor I got the Fontaine Research Institute to make for me. It uses cold temperature extraction to isolate the essence of cooking ingredients, which can then be used to flavor dishes more precisely. But this isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment, so that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. Let me give you a demonstration instead.
Play your mastery. Tap your elemental skill to accelerate the cold press's progress and use normal attacks to let it do its work.
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before.
And done. These are the flavor compounds
Oh my god,
extracted from our
I
ingredients.
felt like the whole purpose of that was to
processed
just make it
all
feel
the
like
fruit
as if she had an
chopped up
infusion.
earlier.
Wow! Even the smell is so much more concentrated. What next? Do we add all this stuff in?
Absolutely not! Throwing everything in at once will ruin the balance of flavors. We have to go slowly and carefully to calibrate the exact flavor we want. I'll demonstrate again. Now, watch closely.
Alright, what we got now? Master her precision cooking. The flavors you got from can adjust the flavor profile, strike a balance between fruity and floral to just make perfect dish.
Slowly and carefully. Not a...
Oh wait. Oh, okay. So I need to add. Oh, this is how they want. Oh, I only have one option of each. Ooh. Quick maths.
And voila! Now it's your turn.
Wait, what? I thought that was me doing it though.
Not terrible. Considering this was everyone's first time blending flavor extracts, it could have been worse. But the Traveler's work was surprisingly good.
Oh yes,
Are you
we're
sure
being
you've
glazed.
never done this before? You got almost perfect results on your first try.
Ooh, do I want to glaze her or do I want to say just different interpretation? Glazing time.
That goes without saying. Still, credit where credit's due.
She was
You
pleased
did
with
well.
that one.
Alright, Now for the
Got
part
some
I've been looking forward
brownie points
to.
with that one.
I want each of you to cook something from the Hotel du Bois' current menu. I'll judge your submissions and give you a final score.
Oh god, we're on the chopping block. Alright.
That's right. The true test of your cooking skills is the finished product. It'll be good practice for the contest itself. Now get to it. Chop chop!
Wait, it says submit dishes. Do I actually have to cook something, or do I already have something? Does this count towards my thing? Because I do need to actually cook some dishes. This will be a good intermission. I need to cook 10 more. Oh! The things from Escoffier count as dishes. Okay, so you can do 10 a week. Alright, so we could do 10 more this week. Alright. What do I still need to cook? Because I still have some other stuff I need to prepare. Gotta get my master on everything. Alright, there we go. Got that done for the BP. Alright.
How's it going? Have you picked a dish yet?
Oh, we have to choose one.
Choose wisely. I expect you to present the most delicious thing on the menu.
Oh god, most delicious thing. Okay, let's see what's on here. Lasagna. Poisson, seafood. Ooh, we got... Okay, well, we're not gonna pick the macaroons. Or, that's gonna be for Navia. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Garlic baguette. Fontaine foie gras. Oh god, this is tough. This is tough. This all looks like good stuff. I'm gonna guess it's something gotta be from the blues, right? Surely. You know what? You can never go wrong with lasagna. Lasagna is always nice.
Look at that! With the grace of a snow-winged goose, as I like to say.
Oh, she
Now,
had like
let the
little
grating
red lines on
commence.
her. On her thing. On her face.
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or anything, but Paimon's a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to la food.
Okay, so Navia made some macaroons. Is this Paimon's thing and then is my thing on the right, I'm guessing, underneath the thing because everyone has a different choice. But they didn't want to animate every single food dish, so they just put a thing over it to not show ours. Is that what's happening?
6 points.
What? Oh, well, fair enough.
6 points out of how
Paimon
much
doesn't
though?
cook all that often, so as long as it's a pass.
That's 6 out of 100.
Oh, yep, thought so. Bro, the face.
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear from this dish that you have far more experience consuming food than creating it.
Okay, even though Paimon got 6%, she probably can do a better job than me. You know what? I'll at least give you that, Paimon. You can definitely do a better job than me.
By that logic, I suppose you think listening to Lady Farina on repeat every day would make you an opera singer.
Aww.
Ugh, me next, me next.
You know what, Paimon? That just
I'll have
means
you know that this
we gotta
batch of
practice
macarons
more
has
together.
2 whole tablespoons less sugar than my previous ones.
2 less tablespoons. I mean, less is still less.
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10? Well, it's nice to know you actually measured it out. Because it tastes like you just threw in whatever was left in the jar. 6 points.
6 points also?
Now to the final dish.
Oh god, I'm scared.
So,
I'll be
what do you
surprised.
think?
I'll be surprised if I hit double
This
digits.
is our last hope.
Please be double
8
digits.
points.
Fuck! It's over.
Darn! That's barely higher than what we got.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation.
Oh gosh, she has like the little
I
side
have
lip
to
thing.
give this one 8 points out of 10. Maybe even 9 points.
Yes! Ah! Ah! Throwing fist pumps into the air.
How did you pull that off?
Hey, experience, you know. You gotta learn from the best, you know.
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can tell that you've put many hours of work into honing your skills in the kitchen. I can really taste the grace of the snow-winged goose in this dish. The traveler's journey, with all its trials, tribulations, and setbacks. Not to mention the frustrations of having a picky eater for a partner.
Ooh, throwing the shade.
Hey, you made that last part up. No way did you taste that.
Well, it looks like I lost fair and square. I guess you'll be taking the Traveler as one of your assistants then?
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot remaining. Maybe
Well,
Paimon
I know
and
we were still
Nadia
working with
should
the
keep
NPCs,
practicing
so
and see how it goes?
we're gonna just pick up a random chef.
Escoffier.
Oh,
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings
you
you
know what?
here?
I heard
Kid
the
magic.
news about the cooking contest. You're doing Gâteau de Bois, right? I was just wondering if you needed any help.
Not gonna lie, his voice sounds a lot older
Do you think
than
you're up to the
his
task, do
model,
you?
but they don't have like a teenage model.
No, I know
so.
I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
You sure you're okay to be up and running?
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, Traveler, thank you all so much for everything you're doing for me and my family. I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me, I'd like to help you win this cooking contest.
I mean, we're glad to have you, but can you hold a steady knife? Or a steady hand?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't you worry. I'll be fine. I'm feeling much better now.
I don't know, his
sorry.
voice is telling me
I
otherwise.
know I've been rather useless these past few days, but not anymore. The fact is, I'm a fine chef, despite recent events. I've proven myself in the Hotel de Bois kitchen, so if anyone's qualified to work under Chef Escoffier, it's me. I think. I mean, I hope so.
Firma, have you even set foot in a kitchen since leaving Hotel de Bois?
I have not, but I'm fully rested now. I know I can handle it.
Alright, I hope for your
I'll
sake
prove
that
it.
you still got it in
Let
you.
me whip something up for you right now.
Oh god, why do I have a feeling he's gonna come himself?
Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
Oh no, he's traumatized.
What do you call this, Firma?
Oh my god, he's
I-
PTSD.
Can't seem to grip my knife.
Do it again! Again!
Oh god, this is
Again!
not good.
I...
Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Oh god, he's the movement. It definitely does not look
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then Will I never be able to work in a kitchen again?
Dad, talk to me. What happened?
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica?
Yeah, there
when
she
did you
is.
get here?
Alright. My bet is back on the menu, boys.
Probably because you were all concentrating so hard on your cooking. I didn't want to interrupt your flow.
And speaking of interrupting the flow, I have encountered 2 Escoffier fan arts. One of them did have the thing, but it was like from a distance, so you couldn't really see it emphasized. And then there's another fan art that doesn't have it, but you know, it's that area is a lot more emphasized. So, you know, I don't have the other one, but I have, of course, the more, you know, wink wink one. Okay, anyways, back to
But
our
anyway,
regularly scheduled
Vermont,
program.
I'm so sorry. If only I'd known how serious your situation was, I would have stood up for you sooner.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights
Yes,
of
yummy
redoing every
indeed.
order, you were the only person who looked out for me.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you some tea. I doubt it was much help. Savannah was so ruthless toward you. I probably should have brought you something stronger.
She sounds like the worst. Alright, another Savannah horror story. Let's hear it.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like no matter what we make, she'll find something wrong with it.
What is this? It looks like a dog's been at it! In the trash now!
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out, or get out of my kitchen!
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashbacks of her yelling at me.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Firma? You weren't a quitter when you were working for me. And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and heavier as the shift went on. Each time I had to redo a dish, my heart sank a little further. Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe I am just hopeless at this.
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues at work here. Ones that won't be resolved by merely seeking compensation. I will win this contest, and after that, I encourage you to approach Savannah and talk this out.
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short will ruin my chances? Let's not forget, I taught you and her everything you know. Even if I had to go it alone, I would present the perfect gâteau.
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still keep practicing, just in case.
And so will I.
Yeah, join in.
And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an emergency call for chefs. There's gotta be someone out there, right?
Actually, I thought maybe I could help. That's sort of why I'm here.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then, well, this is the first chance I got.
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
Alright, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah? Joining the other side seems like a guaranteed way to
She
put
does
your
what she
future
thinks is
employment in
right.
jeopardy.
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep working for Savannah much longer anyway. Unless I want to become the next Firma.
Oh damn, that's throwing some shade.
I'm done
Man,
with
you
sucking it
didn't
up.
have to do him dirty
It's
like
time to
that.
try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for this.
Well, Hyman didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so nothing could possibly go wrong now.
Great. Then it's settled.
Why
And
did
to
I feel like you
congratulate
jinxed it
you
by
all
saying
on
that?
making the team, I propose a Spina-sponsored meal to celebrate.
Spina sponsored? Wait, you mean I'm cooking?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre. And I know how much you've been looking forward to it.
Oh, true. That hasn't happened.
Feast, feast, feast!
All right, if you insist, then prepare for some of the finest food of your lives.
Had a great rapport. Yeah, we synergized in the kitchen in our first time. That was like some nice compatibility there. $61 pity. You're getting there.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on. You need to finesse that further.
That was a dream come true.
Oh, Navia's
I
out.
never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Good, Navia?
I wish I could eat that all over again. It's not often that Escoffier goes all out like this. And it's all because of you, traveler.
So, this is what Chef Escoffier is truly capable of.
Maybe having a taste of her dish will reignite the fire in you.
Wow. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cook as good as that.
You're gonna pull a me, but with Dea, I guess. I think Dea is probably my highest constellation standard character besides Mona, right? Let's take a look. Okay, Mona's... I know C6, she was my first one. Pitching is C1? Okay. Who else is nearby? Jean should be around here. She's C1 still? No, C2. Oh, is she C4? No, C3, okay. Tenari's C0, I think. No, C1, I lied. Felix C2 or C1? C2, okay. And then we don't have a Mizuki yet, so she's still on the waiting list. Yeah, I really hope you find someone who will do your theater for you. Good luck with that.
Why, Savannah? Why? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah is so desperate to get her hands on it. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modeste's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point. We were. At least I always thought
Oh
we
god, that's
were.
like the worst thing. You felt like
She
you were
was
on
a
good
little
terms, but
shy,
actually they didn't like you.
meticulous
That's
with
like
everything and everyone she dealt with.
terrible.
She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex. Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks at every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends.
I hope that's not true.
Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but there's no real basis for it. At least there are no records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime. Still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is try to make sure the present doesn't quite go as badly. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut.
If you're on the team, there's no way we can lose. If you're on the team, there's no way we can lose. Oh god, who are we putting all the eggs in one basket with?
Really? Well, I
Alright,
like
we'll
the
glaze
confidence.
ourselves for this one.
Don't let me down tomorrow, then. You better bring your A game. Let's hope that Savannah isn't all sizzle and no steak. After all the work we put in, it would kind of be a shame if tomorrow was a complete cakewalk.
True, we love some good old competition. Alright, 12 to 6. 12 to 6, 12 to 16.
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Alright, to the hotel we go. Yes. Oh, we got a lot of people outside.
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see.
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
I don't need luck where I'm going. All skill, baby. Oh, speaking of luck, some really good lucky stuff happened to me in Pokemon TCG today.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Boer and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original copy of the Codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Alright, gate 1. Minimum amount of flavoring to achieve a balanced flavor. God. Oh god, we can see the balancing on top and we need to prioritize which one we need more of. Oh Jesus, oh god. So we gotta pray we get the lucky numbers. Oh Jesus, okay. God help us.
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this.
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work. Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go.
Even the best chef in the
Where did I
world
collect
can't
them?
flavor their food
Oh,
without
over
prepping
there.
the flavoring,
Wait,
right?
what? Why am I? Hello, game? Why am I not moving? I'm stuck. Okay, so let's get.
Up to the freezer. Yeah. Yeah. That should be enough flavoring.
Oh my god.
Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Oh god. I don't know if that's the right amount. Okay, god. 6 and then a 2. Okay, I didn't know if the numbers were randomly generated or I need to hit a certain amount of times, which is what I was trying to go for, but okay.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Make the next layer of cake, okay. Too fruity, okay. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I need more. I'll do one more.
A dash of frosting. Alphonse!
Okay, I see
What
6
are
and a
you
2.
playing at? Not how I taught you.
Well, oh, it says too fruity. Oh god, okay. Alright. Did I even do the first one fine? I think it was just one of each, right? If I remember correctly.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that one you're kind of forced to. You're forced to at least do one of each because they didn't give you 4 of the blue ones to dunk it in right away, as far as I'm aware of. Okay, we need 2 of each. Okay, but we need a lot more of these. That's 11. Oh god, do I need another one?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe.
Do I need another
Let's
red?
check
Or
on
do I need more
Savannah's
blues?
progress.
It depends on which one blue ones they give us.
I think this flavor profile is still a little
Okay,
bit
that's 11,
off.
so I need one blue.
Enough! Oh, useless.
8.
Both of you, make like an egg and beat it. I'll do
Oh
it.
god, do I need another red or do I need more blue? Oh god, do I take the risk of getting another blue?
Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost
God,
time
red,
working
blue,
alone?
red, blue, blue! Oh god, I don't think that's enough. Oh god. Can I trade it out? Okay. Let's see. There's a total of 13, so we're 5 over. Yes! Okay. We need to go over. And then we go back. Okay, whew. Quick maths, quick maths.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
Okay, how much more of this do we need to do? I only have so many cards I can play.
I present to you Gateau de Boer.
Oh, this is gonna be peak.
Pinnacle of excellence!
Holy shit, how many days can this feed us? Just like diabetes overload.
That was perfect! We were like a flock of snowing geese, completely
Oh god, they
in
have a
sync,
score and
working
everything. Oh
gracefully
god.
and elegantly together. Great work, team.
Nice job, team. Dude, if I ate like a slice every single day, I don't even know if I could finish that in like a month.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
Huh. That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
This is probably Savannah's right. As soon as he tastes Escoffier, he's gonna be like, drop the fork, and then get sent through some Wonderland thing, and then we have our cutscene for the story quest.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gateau de Boer.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10. Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
All right, on to Gateau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gateau will be a gateau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna
Oh
dig
god, are we
in.
gonna be bamboozled and it's not gonna be good at all? No?
I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place.
Oh god, don't tell me we fumbled
Who made
somehow.
this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gateau is far below the standard we would expect.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her
Oh,
life.
did we know we were going first?
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gateau has won this cooking contest. Now,
Oh god, don't
all that remains
I
is
would
to turn the plate
I would be
over
baffled
and
if we were
reveal the chef's
sabotaged
name
and
underneath.
ours was actually the worst one. Yeah, I'm scared too.
What? It's Savannah?
No! That's impossible!
Oh shit, we did get bamboozled.
Hey, Savannah, you cheated, didn't you? You cheater!
Alright, Paimon, no throwing hands
Oh,
yet.
you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Vanejem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
Oh god.
Judges, we demand a rematch.
Did she mess up somewhere? She knows she messed up?
That's enough. What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team
Oh god,
lead,
not again.
I
So
take
cycle repeats itself.
responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex to bore that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept
she knows
defeat
something.
without
Ooh.
looking to expose what you've done.
Oh, was Monica a double agent?
But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend.
Well, they ain't friends no more.
I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last.
Oh, she's gonna be so
succeed.
disillusioned.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
She doesn't need the book. Everything she needs is in her head and her heart. It's the experiences, not the physical.
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
I'm pretty sure deep down she's still a bit sad that things turned out the way they did, but you know.
No. No! This doesn't
Yep,
make any sense!
there it is. Yep, disillusion with what she saw.
Huh? That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it! This can't be happening.
Oh, did she just faint?
Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
Bro, she actually just...
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Because she just wants
Our
to
best
keep up.
guess is, she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
and there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the
Well,
cooking
you gotta keep
contest.
working on that, TD.
Huh, about
It's
that,
all or nothing.
we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty Gateau myself.
It's gotta be Monica, right? The way she gave us those looks. Go and interrogate the cake.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure to taste test it before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
Among Us. I'm sorry. They didn't even say it, but I just had to just shadow
I'm
drop
sorry.
it.
I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety?
Oh no.
Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the contaminated
Oh
ingredients?
god, it's so over.
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy. So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's
This
cake by
is crazy.
threatening to expose your
I don't know why I
secret
find
if
this
you
so
didn't?
funny.
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor. So, you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
She thought I had something special, and that's all it is.
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though. Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
Now that you mention
Oh, she's
it,
listening. Uh-oh.
I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my
But that's why it
finger
was a
on it,
9.9.
but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it
okay,
would
that makes sense.
explain why she was
There's a
bent on
secret she
getting
was
the
hiding type
original
of
at
deal.
any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake. What a stupid idea.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
Oh, the cat's out of the bag.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without a Escoffier?
I can totally see a lot of people playing this quest and then they're just gonna be constantly shitting on Savannah.
This tastes different from last
And-
time. Is it
Well,
undercooked
I
or
definitely
something?
said my fair share. It's like this kind of thing does happen, I guess. So it's like it's not totally
Take this.
unbelievable.
It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
Well, at least she came to realize it. At least she didn't go all the way down with the ignorance.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Alright, is it time for us to have a little side gig thing happen now? Chat up?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Is she gonna talk about the other goose, like the black and red one? Is it that lore in the archive thing? I know of it, I don't know much about it.
Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius.
Yeah, yeah,
They
I saw
usually
that
imagine
post about it
someone who's
too.
a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows
It's
signs
okay.
of fatigue, it
We're
retreats
gonna
to
be
the back
forced
of
to
the
pull
flock
for a different version
and
of
allows
Kiana
another
that's gonna have
goose
rice
to take
cake.
its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed.
Alright, time for
And
the
come
second
tomorrow,
part.
I'll give her the scolding of her life.
I say second part, but I don't
Pointing
think
out
it'll be as
all the
long.
mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm gonna head to the Hotel de Boer and spend the night investigating. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you
Genius?
tomorrow.
Calling someone a genius is just another way of saying I'm too lazy to figure out how I need to improve. It's a defeatist attitude and I won't stand for it.
Damn, they want us to be up and at 'em for this one.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanigem isn't for a while.
Yeah, but we gotta figure out if she's found anything.
Check on her? Why? What happened?
There's a guy in the corner. Oh.
Oh no. Escoffier, are you alright?
She did a lot of taste testing, I bet. Holy shit, that's a lot of cakes. I even remember this from the live stream now.
I'm fine. Just need to get some more coffee in me.
Oh god, not the coffee.
Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Bruh. They say like all these people are already here. Submit a dish containing coffee beans.
Coffee. Need coffee.
Ooh, what are our options? We got this. Grape croissant combo. Oh, Farina's specialty. Or the very own dish that she cooked up with her thing. I gotta give. Oh, wait, what's over here? Why is it highlighted here? Oh, if I picked up the coffee, it would be in here. Oh, I see. Well, we'll give her this. She made it herself. We'll let her have it.
Strong, bitter coffee beans, transformed through expert brewing and
Bro,
balanced
we served you a
perfectly
food,
with
not a
rich,
drink. What is she
creamy
saying?
steam milk. Wonderful. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
Yeah, any new findings?
I think I figured out where the problem lies. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Wait, what investigation? What are you guys talking about?
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here. It's so stupidly small, I can't believe it's caused so much drama. Yes, except my failures were stepping stones to success.
Escoffier, have you seen Savannah?
Huh? No, not since yesterday. Why? What's wrong?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all a little concerned about how she was doing.
And she's gone.
So, I dropped by her place early this morning to check on her. Only to find an empty house with the doors wide open. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while I checked the Hôtel de Bord. I'm worried something bad might have happened. If she's not here, then where could she be?
Boss, Escoffier, bad news.
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping watch at Savannah's house.
We were, but then, just after you left, we found this stuff in her house.
Oh, looks like a map with a bunch of random places circled. What does it mean?
Wait a second. This feels familiar. I'm sure these places are all connected somehow. Of course, from the Codex. They're all places that Modeste explored on his adventures.
She wants to find the proof.
Yeah, but I don't understand. The adventure logs in the Codex are too fragmented to be of any use. How come this map shows all the missing details?
The Codex de Bord? Then, this place marked in red out at sea. Could that be the fabled birthplace of Gâteau de Bord?
Seriously? So now she set her sights on finding the original recipe and beating Escoffier that way? Geez, Savannah. Anything to
Alright,
overcome
Paimon,
a
you're taking it.
plateau, huh?
Now you're taking it a bit far.
Idiot! Does she have a death wish? Those ruins are thousands of years old.
Hold on, there's more. Besides the map, we also found these letters.
Okay, now we get to finally actually do the domain of this quest we've been waiting for. Letter received several months ago. Oh, she's being blackmailed. Oh yeah, she got blackmailed into it.
It was you. You let the Lumaline through, didn't you? It sounds like a threat letter. Does this mean that Savannah was responsible for the safety incident? And not Monica after all?
Retrieve the Codex by any means necessary. So the cooking contest and the cheating. Someone else was behind her pulling the strings?
She's keeping the true recipe to herself.
Ugh, this is all such a mess. Paimon needs a second to process this. First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest. But now, it turns out that someone else forced Savannah to force Monica to cheat?
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put 2 and 2 together as soon as I read your threat letter. The food safety incident, the demand for a cooking contest, the instruction to blackmail Monica, even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't
Oh my
it?
god, we were mega
Monica?
bamboozled. We got played 3 times in a row. That's crazy. Or 3 times in a row? No, I guess that would be the second time. Oh god, where the heck are we? Oh god, why is it lagging?
We should be getting
Ice
close to
Frost
the
at
spot
endgame.
marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Man, it's been a while since we even went swimming on Fontaine. Man, it's been a while since I've been in this area too. Ooh, domain. Was this always here? I don't know if this was always here, or if this was here but just no domain. I honestly can't remember for the life of me. Realms of Feast Long Forgotten. According to the notes left by Modest, however you pronounce his name, this is where Remurian foreign legionaries once drank and made merry, but the spirits have vanished into whispers on the wind, and a veil of dust sleeps over every glass. Oh, and they forced me to use the trial version anyways. Well, it is a higher level, and it does have a weapon, and it does have Constellation Free with Trope. But somehow her crit stats are not that great. Even mine are higher. It's like all dumped into like flat stats or something. Oh, camera angle change. This is cool. This does look very pretty. Underwater restaurant vibe. Oh god, we have puzzles. Turn.
This place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
Wait, what were you gonna check?
I think Modest's codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? How did they get here?
Oh, the existence. Oh, the domain. I see.
They ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
Well, did Modeste mention it in his adventure logs by any chance? They must have gotten through somehow.
Good point. Yes, that's right. It's coming back to me now.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus, and the path opened to us.
We have to feed the blubber beasts? With what? There's nothing here besides rocks, romaritime flowers, and lumitoile. See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never know when you're gonna need them. Now we have to head all the way back to shore and grab some.
There's no time for that. Romaritime flowers and lumitoile will have to do. They may not look appetizing to us, but who knows? They could be blubber beast delicacies.
Wait, we're seriously gonna try this?
Oh god, we gotta do one of these? Okay, but at the very least, we just need to do 2 of those.
A dash of frosting. Cha.
I dump 2, 6. I need another blue option maybe. Oh, well, that's not what I need. Okay, let me count since we're not on a time thing. Okay, if I dump those in, I'll get. Maybe I need another red. 7. Okay, that should be fine. We dump a red. Here's 7. And these 2.
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure this stuff is edible?
Trust me, they'll love it.
Oh, good question. If we try to put them in the pool, we'll probably just scare them off again, and who knows how long they'll be gone.
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them to double back. Oh, what was it that Modeste said again? Something about the food flowing away on the current.
Oh, okay, we need to put 1 on each, so we'll send 1 first. Too crowded, nothing's going yet.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
Great, time to go.
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying.
Let's see, what can we cook out of this? Oh, we just need to dump breads. Okay, that's easy. A 5, and then a 1. Alright, where do we need to get this one to? Over there?
Hey, it's open!
Open sesame. Ooh, and the chest. Oh, what the? I'm just glitched on the rail.
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one you just drank out of?
Sure.
Oh, she thinks that she poisoned it or something. Or you just want to make sure there's none left for her.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Today, it's finally paying off. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I also get to boss you around like my little lapdog. Hey, go scout ahead for me. If we need to do any more blast tunneling, I want to know where to lay the explosives. Did you not hear me? Get going.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear, if I'd known what you were planning, I'd never have...
Ha! Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you've always been jealous of Escoffier. That's why you lapped up everything I told you. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain, that she deliberately hid her secret recipes from you just to hold you back. It was the only excuse you needed to justify getting back at her. First, idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship only to murder him out of vanity. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. You have no idea the countless hours I spent piecing it all together. So you see, you're no better than Savelli. If you can't beat him, betray him, right?
I am no Savelli, nor will I ever be.
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself of your vindictive and jealous behavior now? Just because you finally realize that Escoffier never kept any secrets from you? You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest. Why start now? You have no right to redemption.
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done being bullied into submission by you!
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big trouble.
I somehow doubt that. Since I poisoned both our water bottles.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth, I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
But you drank it too.
It's
Made her
what we
believe
both
it.
deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You.
Oh god, don't tell me we're getting played again. What's happening now?
What's so funny?
Oh, you're too much. I thought I'd play along for a bit just to amuse myself. You gave a very rousing performance. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no poison in these bottles, just clean, fresh water.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold,
Oh my
you know?
god, we really thought
Did
we
you
had
really
her for a
think
bit.
your half-baked plot would fool me?
The amount of twists we're getting.
You're a lousy chef, and you make a lousy villain too. A complete waste of space.
Oh.
No wonder you never amounted to anything.
Oh, okay.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now, I failed again, for the last time.
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. But now the show's over. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me. But you had your chance, and now it's time to say goodbye.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got you surrounded!
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little longer.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her alive! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this? You're about to commit murder, and for what? A recipe?
A recipe? Ah, you chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs.
Well, some of us actually have bigger fish to fry. Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his Gâteau de Bourg.
Special
And
ingredient.
it's right here in these ruins.
Are you serious? You're here because of a Gâteau de Bourg obsession? You've gone completely mad!
I couldn't care less about the cake itself.
No, the real treasure is the secret ingredient that Modeste sourced from these ruins. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and they thought, ooh, this would go great in our cake mix. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's no cooking ingredient. It's a groundbreaking drug.
Oh, of course
That's
the
right.
drugs come back
I've done
again.
my
The whole
research.
addiction thing.
It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the Fatui.
Will you listen to yourself? You're
Damn.
completely
Indeed.
delusional.
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll see what a fool you've been.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the whole place didn't collapse.
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's only taken her hostage because she knows that she's no match for you.
And you.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure, she'll need Savannah alive if she wants to get out of here in one piece.
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route.
Strike a pose!
Right, time to cheat.
The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere.
Alright, never mind. No cheating. Oh my god. These thingies. Are these the bomb guys? Yes, these were the bomb ones. My favorite. Oh god, they're hitting all the mobs. I'm losing my HP.
They were probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. Time check!
Oh, bro, they all died before I even got to get to the Nouvelle invitation. Crazy. Ooh, we got some readables. Following the Exalted Harmost Order. Oh yeah, we remember that from the Remeria quest. According to our Sebastian's most sacred beloved Templar. Also warriors. Body desires a fast side. And this is another cooking
Another
setup.
door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests.
And they really want to make use of this mechanic.
A little amuse-bouche!
Okay, that should be enough. I had to like quickly math it out. Okay. We do a 5 and a 3. It's just 6. Alright, we're gonna turn a lot. So and this one, we'll just do this one first. Simplest. I'm sorry. Also
it
not
seems
sorry.
to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
Oh, okay. Well, they just gave us the easy one. Alright. Yeet. Alright, and then we need to turn this thing twice and then the other thing again. So, 1, 2, and that. And serve. Enemies!
Show no mercy!
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Overkill.
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. Alright, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Are we gonna take a look at the view before we keep going? No? Alright, what's this way? Nope. Yeah, I swear, there's like secret stuff. No, never mind. This is a wall. It's like a camp here.
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later date. Huh, you really think so?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests. Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills!
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes
we just
when I'm
came out of
cooking
an
as
Archon
well,
quest
but
that
I
required
thought
us
that
to
was just me.
do some investigation.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste was right about its potential. It turned Gâteau de Bourg into a national sensation. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale, but this only drove up the popularity all the more. Modeste was right about that too. He predicted all of it. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagreed with him, was labeled a talentless fool. Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone just how great the gulf was between us. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. Why invite further disdain by inserting myself where I did not belong? I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally created a masterpiece of my own,
but
I'd be able to face him without shame.
He did.
Or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him with a smile on my face, how about we go on one more adventure?
Yeah, do it before it's too late. Don't live with the regrets.
Unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back after Modeste had already died.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true, then this must be the place where they found their secret ingredient, the birthplace of Gâteau de Bourg.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste? If it's all true, maybe Savelli really did have something to do with it.
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this, even though everyone swore they couldn't tell. Being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw in his work. He stopped all sales of the product, locked himself away in the kitchen, and worked day and night, vowing to find out where he had gone wrong. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, he found he only strayed further and further from the original taste. It was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness that the truth finally dawned on him. What had changed was not the gâteau, but his sense of taste. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included, and invigorates the spirit. In the short term, it offers people the ultimate gourmet experience, but in the long term, it dulls their senses entirely. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would a culture that sought liberation from the constraints of their bodies care for the loss of their senses? But we realized it too late.
Moral of the story?
We were just too late.
You gotta be health conscious.
Over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure of Remoria. He consumed it all himself. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything ever again.
Oh damn!
Finally, in despair,
tragic.
He took his own life. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him, to offer some words of comfort, or even to say goodbye. Yet despite everything, he sent me his final letter.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Then, why all the rumors that Savelli murdered him? Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records make any mention of the
He didn't want
treasure
anyone
of
else to
Remoria.
know of it, or else they'll fall down the same
Almost as if
path.
someone deliberately erased it from history.
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail, and how much more devastating it is when it happens. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? Or maybe he wished for me to warn the public about the dangers of Gâteau de Bourg, proving that I had been right all along. But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall from grace would be swift and merciless. 1 minute a genius, the next a joke. It would surely spell the end for his restaurant too, What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him by the history books.
Man, what a real bro.
I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must to protect his name. It will mean tampering with his notes to remove the damning details, leaving mere fragments of our story behind. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his demise. But if that's the price of destroying all evidence of my crimes, then so be it. I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy than see his reputation in tatters. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure, there's no telling what she might do.
Yeah, all of it's gone now. The barbarians who take the flank are losing part of flank. There's no cause for worry. Desire to break free from flesh and blood. First step to new civ. The elevator? Oh, that's an arena if I ever saw one.
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last.
It doesn't look empty.
Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held on to them for generations. But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found this place. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp.
But
The
it's all
treasure of
gone.
Remoria
You didn't
is
read the rest
mine.
of his stuff when you came through here. Oh well, I guess you might not have came through that way.
It's empty.
Mm.
It's empty?
Monica? Oh, we were seconds too late.
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
It has the
Savelli's
juju.
final act. He wanted to conceal the secret of the treasure forevermore and make sure it would never harm anyone again. So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All the years I spent piecing together the truth. All my painstaking planning. All that for an empty jar?
Don't smash it, it's pretty.
Don't do anything stupid. This ruin is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus.
Oh, it's time to go sicko mode.
Barbarian shall be slain.
Let me guess, Escoffier stopped in time, right? Because we can't have deaths in
She's a
Genshin.
nutcase, a liability to herself
Or
and
she
everyone
died.
else.
What?
Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out. Get him! A dash of
Silence!
Ah! Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her fault. Enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here, Traveler Escoffier, come on!
Alright, time to grab Savannah and go. Oh! What was that?
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get
Oh,
what
wait,
I
she's not
want,
dead.
neither will any of you.
Oh god, she's got a gun!
I've got nothing to show for my life's work so
She's totally
far.
gonna get crushed by
But
rubble.
if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
Hey, there we go. Get him.
Savannah? Oh, when did you wake up?
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Traveler? Okay, let's go!
Oh damn, we're really just leaving Monica there. Okay. Okay, I remember this running scene. Oh, I was like, do we have to do a running sequence? Maybe not.
Escoffier! Savannah!
You seem to be doing fairly well despite
Traveler,
having to run all
and
that,
Paimon.
swim all that.
Venejem, what are you all doing here?
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the restaurant and sit on our merry derrieres while the traveler and Escoffier
Man, I have not
were
heard that
out
word
here
in
risking their
ages.
lives?
We had to do something. Even though that something ended up being, well, waiting for you here instead.
I don't deserve any of you. And I certainly don't deserve to be your head chef. It was my fault Escoffier had to leave. Then I couldn't live up to her standards. I acted like a tyrant in the kitchen. And now I almost got myself killed. Come back, Escoffier. Come and be our head chef again. I'll never be able to replace you.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left, it just went
Oh
in
god,
one
time
ear
for
and
another
out the
lecture.
other?
Huh? Sorry, I was kinda in my own head at the time. All I could think about was the Lumiline situation. What was it you said again?
He wants you to take over.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't leave this job because of you.
Yeah, you
and
still got a
you're not
9.9
nearly as
on the
awful a
thing.
chef
That's
as you
still pretty
think.
good.
If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot. But when it comes down to it, you're the one who's always doing whatever it takes to make sure the customers get served on time, every time.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. But the fact is, they keep coming back. If that's not an endorsement of your work, I don't know what is. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. All we can do is recognize where we get it wrong and do our best to improve. That's all that's humanly possible.
I feel like people are gonna hate this part because they don't want to let her off easy.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I did to Firmin and to Escoffier, it's unforgivable.
Well, about that, there's someone else here
Oh,
to see
it's
you,
gonna be
Chef.
him. He's gonna say his
It's been a
piece.
while, Chef Savannah.
Firmin? I'm so sorry. I put far too much pressure on you. And the way I stubbornly refused to go and see you after you fell ill. There's no excuse. But I'm too late, aren't I? The damage is done. I heard that you can't even hold a kitchen knife anymore.
Actually, I think I'm going to be just fine.
Huh?
Oh, they figure out the
We
problem.
thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. But after the threat letter came to light, it got Firmin thinking.
Oh my gosh, she poisoned
Then
it.
He remembered the
Oh my
tea that
gosh, she
Monica used to give him
gaslit him
every
to think it
night.
was psychological.
And as it turns out, she was lacing it with luminine
Bro,
the whole time.
the amount of plot twists we're getting.
Doesn't that cause nerve damage?
It can. High doses pose a risk of serious nervous and sensory complications. But If you calculate the dosage carefully,
No wonder
you can
her
control
name's
the
Monica.
extent of its effects.
If you know, you know.
A small dose might simply
Clueless.
make a person more emotional, whether that mean more fragile or more hot-tempered.
No wonder it seemed like you'd lost your edge.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine
You need to play
Research
that game
Institute
again?
about
Oh
it.
boy.
They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. They also fixed me up with some meds and said I should recover in no time. Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit of hope to cling on to.
There's more. We believe that Firma was likely not Monica's only victim.
You mean she poisoned me too?
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time!
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumiline. That stuff can only amplify what's already there. So tasty food will seem like the most delicious thing in the world, while food you don't particularly care for will become utterly revolting. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior and apologize to every single person you've wronged.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's really bugging me. Why is it that no matter what I do, my Gâteau de Bourg never tastes the same as yours? Is it just... I mean, is it because you're a genius and I'm not?
There's no such thing as that. Time to tell her the story
Because the
again.
heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
Oh my god, it's an engineering issue. Oh my god. It's always the... Oh god. She is right. It was so simple that it's funny and sad at the same time.
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. There was a half-degree discrepancy between the temperature setting and the actual temperature. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem, which confused me at the time, but by this point, it's pretty obvious that Monica must have tampered with them. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No. I spent so long trying to find out where I was going wrong, and then you pinpoint the problem in just one night? It all comes back to one simple, undeniable truth. You're a genius, and I'm just plain old Savannah.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act for a second and just think. I came up with this recipe. You don't think that might have something to do with it? Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bourg? 3 years! 3 whole years! I know this dish inside out, back to front and upside down. And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If that? A couple hundred failed attempts, and you're gonna throw in the kitchen towel and declare you'll never be successful because you're not a genius. You clearly have no idea how many kitchen failures I've had under my belt, or just how long it took me to finally get my recipe to a level I was satisfied with. Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. Modeste did, Savelli did, everyone does. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes, learn from them, and then keep chipping away until you crack the problem once and for all. Surely you haven't forgotten all that. You were no lousy chef back when I handed you the reins.
I haven't forgotten. And I'll make sure I never do.
That's our head chef.
Ha ha! Sounds like we won't need another changing of the guard in the Hôtel de Bord kitchen anytime soon. Huzzah!
Aw, what a perfect ending to a crazy journey. Look how happy everyone is.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah. Thanks to you, Escoffier. In fact, no. Thanks to all of you.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Okay.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
Oh god, after all of that.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now? Savannah's only just got her mojo back, and you barely escaped from a death trap.
No excuses. This is a cooking contest between two top chefs, and nothing will stand in its way. So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today. Right now, this instant.
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
Oh god, the glow. Oh no. Oh, yep, there it is. Was waiting for this moment. Flying through Wonderland.
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Believe in yourself.
What are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
Oh, what the heck? We got mail. Oh, it's for Collie's birthday, I think, right?
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too. Piece of cake.
Nah, good one.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looks pretty chipper too, considering she lost.
Now, where were we?
Oh, yep, no question would dismiss
yes.
it.
Do you have any more questions for me after everything that's happened? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah before I left. Although, as we saw, I don't think any of it sank in. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
On your wandering journey.
How?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new
Yes, of
possibilities.
course. Channeling
She
me
has that
indeed
same
cooks.
adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, blizzard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored, hiding away in ingredients we overlook. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins? I used them in the cooking contest just now. Did you taste the difference?
Did we even get to taste the cake? I thought we just watched people eat it.
Paimon didn't notice at all.
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs and figuring out the exact constellation of elements that gave their work its signature taste. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry, it's not gonna be a free-for-all like in Modeste's time. Before I put anything into my food, I'll obviously do my research, make sure it doesn't contain any harmful substances. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for Petit Gâteau de Bourg revised version. I tweaked it to suit your needs as busy adventurers.
Is this going to be the
Hope you
5-star
enjoy,
dish?
and remember, feedback is always welcome.
All right! So, do you ever see yourself returning to Hotel de Bourg?
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanishem that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Alright, well, she's got to hold the fort until then.
You know, Paimon's still a little disappointed that we never got to see the treasure of Remoria. Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Bourg. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of Modeste's diary. Then went to all that trouble to infiltrate the Hotel de Bourg. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Sold her soul to the devil.
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writings and what we saw in those ruins, I think I may have figured out the truth. The so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles, better known to us as Lumiline.
Huh? So then, why all the hype back in the
Because they didn't know about it back then, right?
Don't forget, it was a very different era. We could barely even refine sugar back then. So desserts were very much in their infancy. In a world of bland food, it's no wonder that the first thing to really excite people's taste buds took the world by storm. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times. But these days, it's just another drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all, I doubt it would be worth that much these days.
So after all that, there was nothing in those ruins but worthless junk.
Hey, don't say that. We got some
Strange to say,
experiences.
but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She sacrificed it all only to get nothing in return.
Yeah, she got it.
Hey!
Oh yeah, where's Navi during all this?
Huh?
Right.
Navia? You just got back from that underwater ruin, right? Well, check it out. They ran a special issue.
Oh wow,
Did you
that
see
got out
anything
fast.
like this down there? Freshly unearthed from the ruins of Rumoria. A magnificent jar thought to be over 1,000 years old. Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value. It could be worth an absolute fortune.
Isn't that the jar they used to
But it
hold
got
the
smashed,
treasure?
no?
If only it was still in one piece. Some butterfingers must have dropped it or something.
Oh, well, that's how the cookie
It's such a
crumbles.
shame.
Omega lol. Treasured above all. Oh, nope, it's a 4-star recipe. Bruh, they could not give us another 5-star recipe for the life of it. $5. Yes. Alright. I don't know why I remember this now, even though you reminded me like hours ago to level her up. I'll leave her with this for now. I just realized how little of these conch shells I had. God, do I even want to restock on these? What are the chances are to come up with another character that needs these? Because that's like me with like a lot of the more older mats that I didn't farm a whole ton of. Like, I got enough for one character, and then it's like, do I ever need to farm for more of them? I doubt there'll be another character. And if it strikes again, I'm gonna be cooked. Oh yeah, let's make sure to claim this while we're at it. Alright. Okay, we just need to farm the boss one more time and pray we have a bunch of those crystals, cause damn those things. I hate doing those. Alright, Alright, let's see. How much of these can we craft? Well, we need 6 of them, so that means we need 18 of these. And we need... I'll craft 13 just so I can... Oh wait, yeah, okay. New boss doesn't drop any cryo ones, right? What are the chances I get one from the last time I farmed the boss? But it's only Hydra, right? Yeah, it's only... Alright, I just need to farm the boss one more time tomorrow and she'll be up and running. Do I even want to level up her ult? Because I don't really use her ult that much. Maybe I'll level it up to 8. But for now, I definitely want to get this up. Alright, what's your stats looking like now? 60? Frame rate's still a little bit low. I could definitely get her some piece of a higher crit rate. We'll see. Anyways, that seems like that'll be it for tonight. The quest was definitely long, so no Imaginarium Theater. If I don't end up doing it on my own off screen, then maybe I'll do it whenever I do my next Genshin stream. But speaking of next Genshin stream, the new event drops on Friday. I don't know if I want to do it all at once or split it into parts. That will probably depend on my mood. But I do need to do some D2 stuff. So if I don't end up touching on it in parts, then I will probably just do it all next week at some point. But I think it would be probably a good idea to at least start it, just so I can have the event stuff unlocked and play some of the side things. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Off to bed. It's been a long day. Enjoy my DMs? Well, let me take a look at it now before I get off. It didn't even show me the thumbnail for it. What is this? Oh. Everyone, let's start playing Genshin, bro. I'd love to translate, but okay. Alright. Thank you for that, I guess. Alright, now good night.